In today's episode, look at this view. Absolutely gorgeous. So welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cristina, and today I am in a new location, San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'm only going to spend a couple days over here because in a couple days I'm going on a cruise with Virgin Voyages, but until then I get to explore a little bit more of a new area of San Juan. San Juan is one of my favorite cities in this world. I've been here multiple times, but usually I stay in Isla Verde, which is closer to the airport and more of a beach destination. Right now I'm staying in Condado, which is a little bit more trendy and happening area of the city. There's a lot to do around here, very walking friendly. So I will get to explore this other area, and the plan is to actually go tomorrow into Old San Juan, which again is another favorite of mine, but I really want to show you guys around. The cruise is gonna leave from the port, which is actually in Old San Juan, so maybe we'll walk there and just to say hello to the pier. I don't know because I know exactly where it is, so it's not like I have to go and figure out where the cruise is leaving from. But anyway, I will just do a quick tour of this room. I'm staying at Condado Palms Inn in Condado, so I want to show you around. I actually didn't book a ocean view hotel room, but I do have some partial ocean view, so let me show you around. Here is this room that I'm going to be staying in for a couple days. It's not very big, but it's not small either. As you get in, you have a bathroom with a pretty large shower, and obviously toilet and a sink with probably everything you need. And then going back in is a little bit of a entry lobby area, and then you get to the room. We have a nice closet over here. There's a microwave and coffee maker, fridge, ice bucket, some Puerto Rican coffee. I know it's Puerto Rican because I've been to Puerto Rico before, and I actually like this coffee brand. And I'm trying to see if I can open this closet, but we have the closet area, some hangers, ironing board, and iron. These doors are a little bit hard to open, but that's not a big deal. And then in here, I think this is a steamer, I believe. We'll see. And a safe and some more hangers. And trying to see. Looks like it's dust free. And you have a mirror. You know that person, so I'm not gonna show her. Again, have a little sitting area, another storage slash desk area, a fairly large TV, and then there's the balcony. It's one of those, I think it's called a Juliet balcony. You can stand out there, but it's not like you can spend a lot of time. It's a big construction site, but we're gonna ignore that. And basically The beach is right there, and this property is not on the beach, but they told me that I do have some beach chairs included if I really want to use them. I'm not sure I'm gonna be spending time at the beach. I might go, obviously I'm gonna go just walk around a little bit, but not literally going to the beach to bathe or sunbathe or anything like that. And down here, I'm gonna show you more once I get out, go downstairs for dinner. But there's stores, many other hotels. There's a Walgreens on the left. I hope I don't need it, but let's see if I can open this. Sorry, I'm so close. No, you're fine. I'm so close to you. I'm not trying to record you.
It's all good.
I'm just trying to get a little bit of a shot from the balcony. For dinner, I went to Orozco's restaurant down the street from my hotel, and I had the shrimp mofongo with garlic sauce. Mofongo is a traditional Puerto Rican dish that is made out of fried and mashed plantains, and then topped with your favorite sauce and protein or vegetables. After dinner, I decided to walk a little bit down on Ashford Avenue, which is the main street in Condado, and where my hotel was, and then I ended up also going to the beach. It was dark already, but it was only 8:30 and there's still people out, including at the beach, and I felt very safe. Hi guys, it's my second day here in Puerto Rico, and I'm about to go into the old town. The weather's been kind of iffy. It's been raining and then sunny again, and then rainy again, and then overcast, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm just gonna get my umbrella and I'm going to head into town because it gets dark around 6 o'clock. So I want to make sure I'm capturing some good videos before it gets dark. Talk to you in a minute. And just as I was trying to get out of the hotel, it started pouring rain. So I had to go back inside and wait for a few minutes because I would have gotten soaked even getting to an Uber. Our first stop is going to be this brunch spot called Cafe Cultura right here in the corner, and after that I'm going to start walking around, show you my favorite places. I was a bit disappointed because they changed their menu completely, but what I ordered was pretty good. You can see a little bit the map of the old city, and as you can tell we're here, and right now I'm gonna go up the hill up here to the castle. I'm not gonna go to the castle, I'm just gonna get right around here to the front lawn because visiting the castle will be like a 6-7 hour situation. I've seen it already. And then I'm gonna head down and see if I can make it to the port. This is a very beautiful city with old buildings. I believe the castle up here, this one, is from the 1500s, so really old. And it's a very beautiful city. All these, not everywhere, but a lot of the streets are cobblestone streets, and they have these beautiful old buildings. And I think I say that every time I see an old building in my videos. I just love old buildings. So let me head up the hill and I'll talk to you more later. Years ago I bought some tile just like this to put on my house. It's still in the box. As you can tell, San Juan has a lot of history and it has a lot of culture as well. I will not be able to take you to those places, but they have quite a few museums, they have castles, they have a lot of art galleries. So it is a very interesting place to visit, and it's not just your typical Caribbean destination, beach destination. Obviously, it is that as well, but I think it is so much more. I'm walking the wrong way. This is where we're supposed to get when I got back, because the castle is up the hill. But we'll head that way now. Then come back. Almost there. As you can tell, this is a very old city. It's a monument they raised for their 500-year anniversary. If you look on the left side, you can already see the grounds of the castle. It's like a lot of people are there today. Well, like I said, it takes a lot of time to visit the castle. It has 7 different levels, and when I actually went to see it, I spent probably 6 or 7 hours there. But look at this view. Absolutely gorgeous. I never knew there's actually a tunnel that can take you down here by this old cemetery. Not that I want to go to the cemetery, but it is bringing you closer to the water. Trying to use the shade because it's not extremely hot, but it's still mid-80s. So for the Celsius people, that's about 25, 27. And you can get heated pretty quickly. I want to go this way. I know for a fact that the neighborhood where the famous song Despacito had its video filmed is this way. And I'm not sure if you can actually get there, but I will go and see. might be it. Get closer to the water a little bit. And look at this view. So I think the neighborhood I'm talking about, La Perla, is right straight ahead. If you follow the water, those colorful buildings are. I think it's probably the beginning of it. I'm not going to go all the way down there, but if you didn't know about the Despacito being filmed here, now you do. From what I understand, a lot of destruction happened during Hurricane Maria. But a lot of houses here are made out of concrete and brick and mortar, so I think they can withstand winds and hurricanes a lot better than different type of construction. I really think this neighborhood is so unique and so different than what I've seen so far. And I really wish I could have left the original sound on so you hear all the salsa and the reggaeton they're playing, which adds so much more to the images. But I did not want to get the copyright strike, so unfortunately I had to remove the original sound. I don't want to move on from this beautiful place without mentioning that this neighborhood was actually built by slaves in the 1800s because they were not allowed to live within city walls. And later on, when slavery was abolished, it was mostly inhabited by farmers that were moving from the countryside to the city. I'm not gonna go all the way down because I want to still take some videos up at the castle. But yeah, my first time seeing this, so something new for me as well. How beautiful. Just imagine waking up to this. I don't know what I would be willing to pay for this. I probably wouldn't be able to afford it. a lot of here in the old town are cats. I think some are domestic, but some are feral. And it's better not to get close to them because they're not domesticated. They could attack you. Not this little fellow. I don't think so. From here you can go all around to both sides of the town, but from experience I can tell you it gets so hot around that wall that for about 2 minutes I turned back last time I tried to go around, so I'm not gonna attempt it again. If you make a left once you get to the San Juan gate, you end up in this area called Paseo de la Princesa, which has a nice park and it's very, very close to the cruise port. Now you can't really see it, but straight ahead behind those palm trees, somewhere on the left side is the cruise port. One of the princess ships is in port today, and I was able to see it from the hill. So we'll get there in a couple minutes. I don't know about you, but I can never get enough of the city. After all that walking, I decided to stop at a restaurant and have my favorite local beer, Medalla Light, and an appetizer. There we are. This is pier number 1. I'm gonna leave from pier number 4, which is a little bit down ahead. So I'll head that way. Tomorrow I plan to get here a little bit early. This cruise leaves the port very late. It's gonna be has a departure of 8 p.m. So I only have to be at the ship by 5:30, but I have to check out of the hotel at 11. So the plan is to try and see if I can leave the suitcases at the hotel for a couple hours, then head down and see if I can drop the suitcase off and just give my carry-on and explore a little bit more of this area. So finally found the pier number 4. Obviously it's closed, but they told me this is where I'm supposed to come tomorrow. So we'll be back. So I'll talk to you later once I get back to my hotel and out for dinner. That dinner is really good. I look like a savage eating that whole fish, but it was delicious. And I'm kind of walking back towards the hotel. I don't know if I'm going in already because it's a little bit past 10 p.m. But I might walk around a little bit more. So confusing because I don't see pedestrian traffic lights. I mean, there's some, but they're not on. So then you don't know if the driver actually let you pass or they have a red light. They have no choice. But this Condado area is really nice. There's so many restaurants and bars and has quite a bit of a nightlife. So this is different than what I'm used to when I stay in Isla Verde, because there is more beach oriented. The beach is nicer, but there's really not a lot of stuff to do unless you go to one of the bigger resorts. Funny how when you're hungry, the walk to the restaurant seems longer. Now I'm almost back to the hotel. I feel like I just started walking. Hey guys, it's almost time to leave the hotel and go to the port. My embarkation is not for a few more hours, but I have to check out of the hotel. It's not that big of a deal because the port is in the city, so I can actually drop off the luggage and go do whatever I want to do for a few hours and then come back. But just some final conclusions on this short stay in Puerto Rico. As I mentioned before, this is not my first time in Puerto Rico, and it's one of the places I love the most to come to. But obviously from what we've seen and what we've done the other day is not really conclusive. It's whatever I thought I could show you in the limited amount of time. But this place has so many things to offer. It has a lot of nature attractions. You know, there are 3 bioluminescent bays around the island. There are hundreds of caves, all sorts of beautiful beaches, some more remote, some in the city. There are a couple islands off the coast of Puerto Rico, which are Vieques and Culebra. And I actually went snorkeling in Culebra, and it's absolutely breathtaking. In Culebra you can see the Flamingo Beach, which is one of the most famous beaches in this world. If you are more into the city life, nightlife, obviously San Juan and this area, Condado, is really great for that. There's still a bit of the city south of all these areas that I mentioned, the Isla Verde, Condado, and the old city that we saw yesterday, which is more like the regular city. I have to admit I've never been there, but the main idea is that it's a big city, so it has all the amenities of a big city if you want to do all that dining, shopping, nightlife, as I mentioned before. Puerto Rico also has one of the few rainforests that are kind of like in US territories or states. There's another one in Hawaii, and there's one here. Also, for those of you that live in the United States, you don't need a passport to come to Puerto Rico. It's a US territory, is not a state, but it's a US territory, so that means you're not going to encounter any kind of international transaction fees on your credit cards. Your phone is going to work exactly like it does at home. The same currency. Not everybody speaks perfect English, but everybody will speak some English. So it's not, again, you're not going to have a communication problem. One drawback of that is that because Puerto Rico is a US territory, the minimum wage is mandated just like in the rest of the country. So that makes it harder for resort companies to open all-inclusive resorts. So you're not really going to find anything like that around here. There might be one or two. But I think it's a different type of vacation. When you go to some islands where you mostly go to all-inclusive resorts, or a lot of people go to those, you have a different type of vacation. Whereas here, you can be more out and about. You don't have to stay in your resort. Well, you don't have to stay in your resort anywhere, but it's just as easy as getting out of your hotel and walking, taking an Uber, taking a cab. So I think it has a lot of pros and not that many cons. So I really hope you enjoyed this quick vlog. I actually am considering to come back to Puerto Rico and spend a few days like I used to do back in the day. And maybe we can explore more then. But until then, I have to go because they're going to throw me out of this hotel room soon. Bye.